Have you been thinking about refinancing your home, but putting it off because your last mortgage experience, well, it was a lot? Maybe the process felt overwhelming, the communication wasn't great, maybe your scenario was a little complicated, or the timing of the market just made everything more stressful than it needed to be. But here's the good news: a refinance is a completely different experience. And in most cases, it's far simpler than the home purchase you went through before. So if you've been hesitant, or unsure, or maybe even a little traumatized from how things went when you bought your home, this video is for you. You're going to want to stick around. Let's dive into it. Before we get into why refinancing is easier, let's acknowledge something upfront. Your purchase loan may have felt a lot more stressful for multiple reasons, and they were outside of your control. This could be things like your financial picture at that time. Maybe your income or your credit wasn't as strong as it is today. It could also have been market conditions. Interest rates were moving, there were competitive offer deadlines, or maybe even the seller just put stress on your timelines. Another biggie could have been your loan officer's approach. Maybe they didn't have the systems in place, or the experience, or the communication style that helped you feel supported. Or in most cases, maybe it was a mix of all three of these. Purchases naturally involve a lot more moving parts, deadlines, and definitely it's a more emotional roller coaster than a refinance. You're negotiating, submitting documents, dealing with inspection deadlines, coordinating with the agent, signing contracts, and just hoping everything goes smoothly. So if anything in that experience had you feeling overwhelmed or disappointed, it totally makes sense. It also makes sense that you might fear going through something like that again, like with a refinance. But here's the reassuring news: a refinance is nothing like that. Refinance loans are significantly more streamlined than purchase loans. You still need to provide income information in most cases, and having your credit run, and making an appraisal. But when you bought your home, there was a buyer's agent, most likely, even a seller's agent, the seller themselves, the title and escrow company, or the settlement agent if you don't have an escrow company in your state. There was inspections, appraisals, a lender, the deadlines, and then those negotiations going back and forth because of all of those reports and data and timelines. And your emotions are just tied to, will this even be my home at the end of all of this? In a refinance, it's just you and your lender, like me, and that settlement agent and title company, and sometimes an appraiser, and maybe a termite inspector if it's a VA loan that requires it. But that's it. There's no negotiations. There's no contract deadlines, except maybe for your lock expiration, but that can be renegotiated. There's no competing offers. There's no surprises from a seller. And the only type of repair request would be if you had an appraisal and there was something that appraiser called out that needed to be fixed. But they don't call out those cosmetic things. It's more health and safety. You're not trying to qualify and close in 21 days. You're not risking losing out on the home. Refinances are a lot more calmer, and they're more predictable in their pace. If something needs more clarification, we can take that time to walk through it together. There's definitely space to breathe and strategize. In a purchase, every dollar has to be documented. Gifts, transfers, deposits, all of it. In a refinance, most of the time, you're not even bringing in any money, and bank statements aren't even required. There's usually no gift money or a proof of an earnest money deposit, and there's no need for these large deposit letters in most cases. This alone removes a huge amount of stress and paperwork for most people. And for most refinance loans, the inspection part of it is extremely minimal. There's no actual home inspection. There's no repair request unless something's called out by an appraisal, which those may or may not even need to be required. There's no seller requirements. And when it comes to that appraisal, it could possibly be waived depending on how much equity you have and the estimated value of the home and your loan type. And again, a termite report would only be required if it got called out by an appraiser, or if it's a VA loan that requires it. That's it. Refinances don't revolve around contract deadlines unless it was something that you had in place, like needing to get money for a deposit for those home improvements. So it gives you flexibility, and we're able to pace the process around your schedule, your comfort level, your financial goals. There's no race against the clock unless it's your timing. So if you need more time, we'll take it. If you want to speed things up, We'll hustle. And here's the part that most homeowners usually don't realize. Your refinance experience is shaped far more by the loan officer's system and processes and expertise than anything else. So that means clear expectations from day one, a structured document list, realistic timelines, weekly and milestone updates, proactive communication, and a process built to make everything feel calm and predictable. When you combine a smoother loan type, like a refinance, and a smoother system, a structured process, the entire experience shifts. It goes from overwhelming to empowering. And that's my goal for you. A lot of my clients will say, gosh, that refinance didn't even feel anything like what my purchase was. That was so pleasant. And that's exactly how it should feel. A smoother process is great, but it also should make financial sense. And here's a few reasons that a homeowner may consider refinancing. Maybe they're going to lower their payment, or they just want to remove that mortgage insurance. Maybe they have high interest credit cards, so they want to consolidate some of that debt. Or they want to pull some cash out for home improvements, put in that pool, update the kitchen, just give everything else a fresher look. Or maybe they just want to shorten the loan term. Maybe it's the same rate, shorter term, you want a 28-year loan instead of 30. Or maybe it's just simply to update your mortgage to match your current financial picture. If any of these goals match what you're trying to accomplish, don't let that old experience stop you from getting the relief, the savings, the financial clarity, or hitting the goals that you deserve to meet today. If your last mortgage experience gave you a bad taste in your mouth, I hear you, and your feelings are valid. And you're not alone. Many homeowners share the same hesitation, but you deserve a refinance experience that is clear, respectful, organized, transparent, and tailored to your needs. A complicated purchase does not mean a complicated refinance. In fact, most of the time, it is the complete opposite. When you have the right guidance and a clear path, refinancing becomes one of the simplest financial decisions that you can make. And it can be one that can set you up for more comfort, flexibility, and more control over your financial life. If you're ready to explore what refinancing could look like for you, or if you just have some questions and need help sorting through your options, I'm here for you. My name is Amber Jones. I'm a certified mortgage advisor, and I'm here to help inform you, empower you, and help you solve that financial obstacle you're currently facing wherever you're at on your homeownership journey. All of my contact information is below, where you can book a 15-minute free phone consultation with me. We'll use that time to go over your concerns, answer all your questions, and plan those next steps. I hope you found this information helpful today. And if you did, I would love it if you liked the video, subscribed, but most importantly, share it with a friend. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.